I came across this article and I wanted to know your thoughts. I find it quite interesting actually, because I do think that you need to teach children how to share. It's not particularly a learned skill. Parents, you don't need to teach children to share. When Astrid was 2 and Zavi, a newborn, a close friend who lives in the US, came to stay for a weekend and announced that she wasn't teaching her daughter to share, I went into an eternal panic. How would this work when my children's entire existence was peppered with words encouraging them to share with others, yet I knew up front that this wasn't something our house guest had been introduced to. In my haze of sleep deprivation, I felt as if she'd laid down a parenting gauntlet over something I hadn't ever considered could be controversial. In reality, it was amazing to have her visit, and we muddled along in the way that comes with any mix of small children. If there was any awkward moments over toys, we've all along forgotten. But it was the first time I realised that different parenting styles have a ripple effect on other children, not just your own. Now, my friends' beliefs on sharing have become mainstream. The most influential parenting experts of our time are questioning its value in young children. A growing number of parents aren't introducing the concept to preschool children at all, and it's creating a divide between those who think good manners are important and those who don't want their children to grow up unable to stand their ground. Now, when I was in nursery, it was very obvious the children that needed a lot of support with sharing, because often they would grab toys from others, and if they didn't get their way, they would sometimes push other children out of the way. So I'm interested in this really. Sarah Ockwell-Smith, who coined the term gentle parenting, explains in the Gentle Discipline book that a lack of empathy in very young children is to be expected. A toddler who struggles with sharing, for example, is entirely normal. Put simply, we should not expect a child to share until they reach school age. My question would be, though, how do they know how to share if they're never shown? She says that young children's brains aren't developed enough to imagine someone else's experiences, so they can't understand the consequences of their behaviour on others. I have worked with children who are very aware of other children. They've been taught to share and they know the differences and they know how to do it successfully. She logically concludes that telling off a child for a skill they haven't yet the capability to master is unhelpful at best. I don't believe in telling off a child, but I believe in showing them how to do it. Let me know your thoughts.